everyone, this is Zibo and welcome to today's everything you need to know about the upcoming patch for Guardian Tales global server. So in today's video, we're going to run through the Slayers Andras patch and talk about the things that you should expect for to prepare for the next patch for global side. So first of all, we talk about the heroes banner. We have Slayers Andras, we have Nine-Tailed Fox Garum, Little Android AA72, Warlock Mercenary Orca, Grim Reaper Hana, and lastly Normal Succubus Bianca. So these are all your water DPS units. So if you are looking out for them, do save up for your this hero. So for those of you guys who are very new to the game, right, I think I'll do a separate video for who to pull, but do save up for Garum because Garum is really strong in raid. Like, he's basically one of the best damage dealers right now, and he probably will remain this way until a newer water unit replaces him, because his buff is very unique: water attack plus 50%, and he just does tons of damage. He's like the water glass cannon, very frail but deals a lot of damage. So that's that for him, and with that, let us move on to the next part of the video. Next up, we talk about the events portion. So for the events portion, right, there will only be the stamina mission, so do keep a lookout for that. There's no additional mileage on summons, there's no additional hero crystals on summons, and there's also a 2-time event boost for your world exploration. So if you click on it, you go to world exploration. Over here, I'm just going to showcase how this double thing works. So we have 12 blueprints with the reward boost, and then we have 9 of this circuit board and 13 of this die. So I'm going to do it one time first, right? I'll sweep it one time, and over here you guys can see that my rewards got doubled, right, from 12 to 24, 9 to 18, and 13 to 26. So yeah, basically save up your Princess Edict if you want increased value for your materials farming, and you can actually stock up your tickets up to 7 on this one, so there's no rush to it. And other than that, right, we're gonna look at the roadmaps. So there's the Flowers of Evil roadmap. Nothing much for me to talk about. I'm not just going to showcase the rewards. Personally, I think the hero crystals component dropped a bit, but probably that is to fund for the the new Dreamstone stuff, right? So I'm not gonna talk too much. Then nothing too spectacular. There's one Princess Edict here, so more value for your 2 times event, right? Pretty standard stuff. And towards the end, we will always get mileage tickets and hero crystals and more hero shards itself. So yep, that's it for the roadmap. Nothing to talk about. Let us move on to the next part. Okay, so next up, we look at the season's achievements. So this is one of the new feature in the game. These are the rewards, so I'll leave the rewards over here. Little Princess costume, Toy Liberator, as well as a trophy for your farm. Then if you are able to achieve 3,300 points, you'll be able to get the badge as well as the deluxe portrait frame. So that is for the rewards portion. These missions, they will open in parts, right? So the next mission will open in about 15 days from now, and the first batch of mission will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So about 11,000 points over here. I think there should be around 4 season or 4 parts to this, and I don't know about the upcoming parts, but based on what I can observe here, the first one is quite manageable. If you're doing with your friend, then just take turn to get the best dealer, healer, tanker rewards. Then for tower 90, 80, 70, I think Beth should be quite manageable. Arena should be fine as well, because Arena does a lot of damage. If you have sufficient stats, I think this 3 is definitely super easy. But for Heavenhold Tower 90, I'm not too sure, because Bari isn't used by a lot of people and Bari isn't spectacular, so not a lot of people might have invested in it. Noise weapon, so you need to use your training room for that. And I do think it's doable, because I actually seen a YouTube video where somebody used a Bari and the guy has lesser stats than me and he completed it, so it's definitely doable, right? So yeah, that's that. I think this 3 is okay. Then for Camazon Conqueror 2, same thing. At first glance, you might think that, hey, 16th floor on Conqueror 2 is super difficult, right? But if you take a look at the new Camazon, let's take a look at that. So we are at the first season. If you look at that, we are only at 2,000 points, so the max points you can get is 4,000. You look at the ranking, so this is the new ranking system. There are a lot of people who have already hit the 20th floor just off the first cycle. So yeah, there's no rewards to actually getting to top 100, right? It's just for the ego thing, to put your name on the ladder. Or if you really love Camazon and you want to challenge yourself to see how far you will go, this is definitely something you want to try, right? You can showcase your name over here. Then the rewards part is just for Conqueror 2 all the way until floor 8, and you will get the max rewards. So nothing have changed other than this ranking system, which is probably for the hardcore players for Amazon itself. And for the remaining challenges, I do think that if for the coins one is quite manageable, right? If you're able to do your floor 20, you should be able to spend 1,500 coins. Very easy to farm as well if you get the additional coin artifact, right? Start by farming a lot of coins and then start spending towards the middle to the latest patch of the challenge itself, so quite manageable. Then we have the stamina, right? 10,000 and 45,000. In all, I think these missions, they are relatively manageable if you're able to do your game modes consistently, right? Slowly play, slowly progress. I think it should be okay. So even if you're free to play, it might be a little bit difficult if you're free to play and you just start off the game because you don't have enough stats. So Amazon will be a challenge, the Heaven Hole will be a challenge, but all in all, you have about, I'll say, like 80 plus days to complete this season's achievement. So you know, do your best, try to grind as much as possible. And towards the later stages, I think there were more missions, right? So you'll definitely be able to try to grind for your 3,300 points towards the end of this season achievement. Okay, so once you get the badges as well as the frames, you can equip the badges from your profile card by clicking on this badge icon. So you will be able to select from the badges you have. And then for the portrait frame, right, you can actually equip the one that you want from this main character settings over here. So that's for the character cards. For some examples, I'll go to Team Deathmatch to show you guys. So right here we have some players with all this stuff ready. Let's click on this guy. So we will be able to see his badge, and we will be able to see the badge collection by clicking on it, and then the frames will be displayed over here. So that's for the profile card. And with that, let us move on to the Amazon shop itself. So we have your surprise package, which is already available on global server. Really cheap stuff, so do get it if you have the spare change. Really cheap as well, $10. And we have the special sale package. So this one is available for the free-to-play players. If you want to min-max your units, want to min-max your weapons, you might want to save up some gems for it. Then we have your limited gem package, limited summon package, limited custom package, option stone, and option stone package too. So for this one, I think these two, they are both equally valuable. Just purchase which one based on your personal needs, right? So the summon package is better if you are into bulk summoning in a specific banner, whereas the limited gem package is actually better in terms of overall value if you're just talking about free, I mean your daily paid summons. So with the daily paid gems, you'll be able to perform 81 summons per pack from this one, and for the limited summon, you'll only be able to perform 62 summons. So just off the amount of summons you can get, the limited gem package is actually better because you do get your option change stone as well as your lock stones, which are equally valuable in terms of min-maxing your unit. So that's my take on it. Just decide based on your personal needs, because specific banner ups are very important if you want to pull for specific characters. So this summons controller might not be that bad as well, so just how you look at it. And then for the custom package is for your blueprints, for people who want to min-max their merchandises, or merchandises. So that's for the limited custom package. Then we have your option stone 1 and 2. So one is the change and one is the lock stone. So more so for the heavy spenders or players who want to min-max their weapons. And with that, let us move on to the hero costumes. So for the new costumes, we have Porsche Cafe owner Andras. So you will be able to get a floating coffee, but the floating coffee does not change the ice cube effect, because I have the costume myself, I tried it. So you only have a floating coffee, but the effect animation of Andras doesn't really change too much. Then for the other new costumes, we have the Carol costume over here. So a bit of FPS drop. This is basically Bunny Girl in maid costume. So if you're somebody who is into this kind of things, then yeah, please purchase it. And for the equipment stuff, we have the teaspoon stuff, so and the star glove. So these two are the new ones. So star glove is I think it's for gauntlet, and teaspoon stuff is obviously for stuff, so for Andras itself. Okay, so one thing which I kind of forget with the character profile is the changes to the guardian level special effect. So all your suite functions will be available if you achieve a certain guardian levels. This guardian level has been greatly lowered, so this will allow the newer players to get the sweep function more easily and allow you to sweep through your different dungeons much faster, so a lot more time saving. And lastly I'm going to talk about the new 3v3 game mode changes. So the ticketing function only affects the 3v3 team deathmatch. So over here you guys can see the normal arena is not affected, because I kind of forget that this ticket doesn't give you any more battle medals, so there's no changes to normal arena. But for team deathmatch, you'll be getting the 5 tickets which will give you 2 times combat medals, and the other 5 which doesn't award you with the medals. So the other 5 is for the hardcore players to grind out their rankings. So that's definitely better for people who love this game mode a lot, hardcore 3v3 players, so that there will be lesser better medals farmers. Definitely really amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all the update that is to come in the upcoming patch. Thank you very much for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe in order to see more contents from the channel, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.